Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon. This freezing February afternoon, really cold. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 20. The poor is hated even by his neighbour, but those who love the rich are many. The poor is hated even by his neighbour. That word hated is such a powerful word. And the poor to be hated even by his neighbour is a reflection that the neighbour perceives those who live around them as being, as it were, second class, detrimental to their well-being, their, as it were, their habitable environment. The social reality of their living dynamics. They look and they see the poor. And we don't have to go to any city in the country, and we can see the poor lying down on the streets, and they look so pitiful. It's so sad to see the brokenness of poverty, especially in a country like England that's so rich and yet so many are poor. And the poor are disdained, and they're becoming an increasing number in our society. It's true to say that some people prefer to live on the streets without any homes. They want to live in this poverty. But most people are driven there because of the economic situations of their lives. But the poor are hated even by the neighbour. We just come back from London, and you've got these like £1 million flats, and then you've got the poor on the street. Such a contrast. And it says the poor is hated even by the neighbour, but those who love the rich are many. So everyone loves the rich, being around the rich. Those who love the rich are many. There's a sort of an artificial, a superficial, a sense of the rich live within the fear environment of everyone that's around them is wanting something from them. And this sense of taking from the rich and the rich having to protect their position. Everyone loves the rich, says Solomon. They want to be around the rich. James tells us that when the poor come into your churches and you put them at the back and you discard them, you dishonour them when you do that. And when the rich man comes, you give him a special place in the church and elevate him in some particular way. Or when Jesus said, you go into a banquet and you sit at the low table and let the people who host the banquet bring you to the top table. There's an element of elevation and exaltation, so unlike those who are in, as it were, in pursuit of the poor. Brothers and sisters, we need to be those who are mindful of the poor, never forget the poor. God loves the poor, and we must never disdain the poor. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.